Sagittarius. Oh yes, no messing with the camera this time around, huh? I love it. We're gonna do this thing without a bunch of timestamps and nonsense. You all know my usual announcements, and I have them on my About page if you've forgotten any of them. So please subscribe, like, and share. If it turns out that I'm not your favorite reader after I've had my learning curve, you can go ahead and unsubscribe, but your support right now would be greatly appreciated. Dislikes, I think if you could hold off until I've had a little more experience, I would appreciate it, okay? Too much might be a learning curve, and karmically it probably wouldn't be wise anyway. I know I wouldn't dislike someone for having a message that didn't quite resonate or whatnot. That just, I wouldn't do that. But it's up to you. I mean, if you want to, it's within your right to do that. All right, let's see what's happening from your perspective. All right, Sag, this summer, what's happening? Summer loving had me a blast. No, I doubt it's going to be all joy and fun like high school or anything. No, no, no. This is 2020, people. May you live in interesting times. Let's see what summer looks like for you. Oh, and look at this. Your overall reading card is Page of Swords. You're in some air energy, huh? Okay. You are a fiery person, but working with some air energy. I see there's quite a bit of air energy going on in this reading. Swords are never harbingers of wonderful news. At least rarely they are, but they can be. Page is definitely coming at things from a childlike perspective, and very communicative, and really wants to learn higher knowledge and understand things on a really higher level. So Sag, is that how you're feeling? You're tired of the looking at things in a way that just aren't working for you anymore? You know what? And it sounds like you want to be like the hermit or the emperor, all wise and stuff, but sometimes you have to come at things from a creative new vision side of things in order to make that move to a higher level of thinking, if that makes sense. And right now, though, for all the swords are doing you here, these swords are well, it's not all doom and gloom, because it is upside down. You definitely are trying to avoid being in this situation. And that's perhaps why you really want to come out something with a new perspective, because this is not an energy you want to be in. And you can see you might be able to rise above it with some logic and some application of some communication, these types of strategies that could possibly alleviate your situation of being here. I don't think you're there because it is upside down. I think you want to avoid it with good reason, because who wants to be like that, right? You're all tied up amongst a bunch of swords. Some of them don't even look like, they look dilapidated and could, impale you at any moment. Yeah. You can't even see what's going on. So yeah, the new perspective, the new youthful perspective is definitely what you need, because you can't see anything here. You know what? You've used all your wisdom. You might be as wise as the old emperor, but it isn't going to help you here. Okay, so you definitely you're definitely coming into this way of seeing things from a childlike perspective. But the truth is, what you really want is to be the King of Swords. But you're not that. But you want this, this one you're trying to avoid. This one you want, because this is something you would want in this, and this is something you would not want. So it's kind of like a no duh, right? So, but it looks like, I think that the page, wow, this overall card is really coming into play a lot in this reading. I see this strength card as a need to be vulnerable, and I don't think that the King of Swords is really capable of that kind of vulnerability. However, coming at it with a more naive, childlike set of eyes, you could possibly kind of let down. I mean, as an example, I'm not saying that this is a masculine energy, that you're a masculine or anything like that, but sometimes people are so macho that they can't possibly, you know, look the fool and be vulnerable, right? But in this case, you know, if you had been, you know, this is what would have been called for. But, you know, you might be a feminine, so that doesn't really necessarily mean it has to be about machoism. It just means that there's a certain vulnerability that needs to be brought to the situation, so so that you can feel a little better and a little more trusting, and you know, in a situation. Also, look at this person. This lion looks like not only is trusting, but loved and cared for. So, and here's the Knight of Cups. You know, it's upside down too. But this is another one of those cards where, yeah, you want to be a knight. I mean, I'm not saying that you wouldn't prefer to be a king, but in the case of the cups, if you're not a strongly emotional person, you may not really want to be in that queen or king energy. The Knight of Cups might be that romantic hero that you know, you might just be a very romantic person, you know, and you want to see things from a romantic perspective. Perhaps you're a feminine that wants to see the masculine come in with the cup. But, you know, in some ways, this knight almost looks female to me. So, feminine, or should I say. So you might just be wanting to bring some love to the situation. But it's clear that you do need to bring love to the situation, because look, is that you, Sag? You look, this is in the upright for you, and that's not a card that is very, that's despair. Wow. You do really want to bring, you really want to bring some love to yourself. You almost feel unworthy of love, even from yourself. That's why you're in the sword energy. Being vulnerable might be what you need to do, but you don't really have compassion for yourself. What did you do? Maybe, Sag, I have a feeling that you're beating yourself up. I'm not saying that you aren't responsible for something that maybe makes you feel like you have some responsibility in a situation. That the regrets look so horrible, but gosh, isn't this a situation that you can somehow fix? I mean, why do we need to be in this energy? Well, let's take a look here. The Fool. Well, you know what? Even you know, I can't think of a better card actually at this moment in time, because the Fool, regardless of what everything else is going on here, it is the ultimate trump card. It is not only major arcana, but no matter what's going on in the rest of the reading, and it is one of two major arcana, and it's the only one that's right side up, so even more so. You, to go from this to this, and it's both in the upright situation. So this is not a wanting to avoid. This is not a wanting to be situation. This is what it is. Okay. And, you know, you're bringing this childlike energy. You want to, you know, give yourself some compassion. And ultimately, you still feel, even though you have this regrets and this despair, and you feel some responsibility here, there's a part of you that knows it's possible to start over. Okay, so it's not that you're like totally stuck in this energy. You are actually, even though you feel this way, you also feel this way. And this is the stronger. This focus on this, okay? I know that's a heavy energy for summer, and I'm sorry. Wow, the last couple signs have really had... I had so many lighthearted readings all day, and then I get to, Libra, Scorpio, and now Sag, and I'm getting, some heavier energies. But I really, really love the Fool. The Fool is, he's, or she, whatever, lighthearted, okay? You could be one of those Sages that no matter what's going on in your life, you still know how to, smile, clown, laugh, and that's really gonna come in handy, because you can't stay in that energy. You can't, okay? There's too many things in life that, different circumstances on a different day. I've talked about this till I'm blue in the face. Same circumstances on a different day is what I mean. One day, same circumstances, you feel this way, and another day, same circumstances, and you feel this way. It's just a matter of perspective, and sometimes it's just waves. These are right next to each other, so maybe you go through waves of this. You get you get these doubts and negative thoughts, and you just got to let the clouds pass so you can keep trying to get back on this channel. You're on the nonstop drama and pain channel, and then and you keep like, I don't want to watch that, and you just keep going and finding a nice comedy show, and eventually your brain will just like know how to change the channel really quickly. And for sure the cards confirm that, because the Fool is the trump. The Tower energy is another major arcana, but it's upside down, so I'm not going to worry as much as I would have if it had been right side up. I mean, Tower moments are not the end of the world. Usually, you got to break something down to build something better anyways. So, this is a grieving process perhaps here, but this is actual actions. I see this as more of an emotional level. This is more strategic, this is emotional, and this is action. A line of action is what I'm suspecting we're going to go with this. And the Page of Swords is kind of like the ringmaster or whatever of all this. You want to avoid a Tower moment. Is it healthy for you to do so? Or you know that you have to... I think you're in the energy of, you're a little bit in denial that you're going to have to face a Tower moment. It's not going to be fun, okay? Look, you can stay in this messed up situation, or you can do something about it. And doing something about it is probably just like the worst thing you could think about, but I mean, how wise is it to just keep playing in this energy, okay? Let's just break the whole thing. I know it might be easier said than done. If you're like married with children, well, yeah, maybe, you may not want to, you might have the worst partner in the world, and they might be a total, complete, faithless, SO, whatever. But, this is, what you got to deal with, the lawyers and finding another place, and oh God, the economy, what a mess, and da 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 da. But you know what? Freedom. I know it's easy for me to say because I don't have any children, and I've freed myself from a lot of the heavy stuff in my life, and it's a hard one It's hard won though. I have a toolbox the size of Texas, and because I've been here far too much in my life, but I'm here to tell you it's worth it. You may not see that now, and I don't want to tell you, you know, how to live your life. I mean, if you really want to stay in that energy, maybe there's reasons and life lessons to learn staying there. I don't know, but these are hard things to choose between. But you're always going to be here until you go ahead and let this happen. Make this happen. You have to decide to make that happen. The only way that you're going to be able to start anew with victory, and, you know, to have a, you know, start with a clean, new slate, communications, perhaps with your person. Well, I mean, this looks like, I mean, I kind of get the feeling that you don't want to be with this person. Maybe there's somebody else that I don't know if they're somebody you want to be with, or someone you're considering, or somebody that, or they just stand for the possibility of what could be out there, if not that person themselves. But the fact that you can envision it, this might be a resource that's worth turning to on some level. Maybe they're a friend, but I would focus on that. I would focus on, yeah, these things here. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I do think this is somebody you know. This might be someone that you want to start clean with. Maybe this tower moment is... You're in despair over this person. You have regrets over this person. I don't know if you want to be with them, but the regrets are there. Wow, okay. The tower moment is not with this person. The tower moment is you getting to a place where you can do this and get past this. Do you need to have a conversation that you don't want with this person, or do you need to break some things down in your life so that you can be free to go in this direction? You don't exactly know. This is just a start of something. It's not like something like you're going to go straight to, you know, the Empress, or I don't see this person as being, oh yeah, that's the person I want to be with, but you definitely see some potential. You have regrets over this person. Aww. Okay, because, and the reason that I see that is because as soon as I looked at this card, I saw that you want to get to the other side, to this person. Okay. Or that person, but either way, because I see you going in this direction on, you know, to get to the other side of this water. It's kind of like an up, or the Fool. Yeah. You might have some baggage to bring to the situation, but I think that you know that this person could handle it. You see this person as logical, someone that you could communicate with. Sag, go for this person here. Get over this, whatever it is, work on it, get it done, okay? The Page of Swords is leading the way. You know that logic and good communications, that's the kind of relationships that you want to foster in this life. Go with that, okay? I am not even the spirit guides, and I know enough to tell you that, okay? But let's see what the spirit guides have to say. I mean, maybe they'll clarify some of this, because the tower moment, it could be you need to own up to something that you did. Or you may, but see, the tower thing could also be that you actually have to do something to get free and rebuild something so you can. So Yeah, I'd like some clarification on that. If the spirit guides don't, maybe I'll pull another card to see. The Wasp. Let's see what the Wasp has to say. All right, 21. The Wasp has a stinger that hurts. Ooh. Be mindful. This is advice to you. So be mindful of how you address the world when the Wasp appears. If you're not careful, you might get stung. The Wasp reminds you that pain is a choice. So don't waste your stinger on a petty quarrel. Sounds about right to me. I mean, this kind of sounds like what we're dealing with here, right? Let's see. Yeah. Are you jealous or envious? Or the victim of someone who is? Jealousy and envy are the children of fear and lack. Send love, light, and compassion to stay clear of the sting. All right, that seems to be wise. It hasn't answered that question. I don't know if I need to answer it, but let's see what the angels say, and then I'll make a final determination on whether or not I want to pull a clarifier on what this tower is about. Maybe it's none of my business. Maybe you don't need, you know what it is, and you know. So, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. I'm going to say your Ace of Wands. I'm going to say your romantic feelings. Now, let me put the Wasp over here. Attraction. Yeah, I think you're attracted to somebody. And it looks like somebody that you let down. Or you did something. I can't wait to see what your person thinks, because I don't know if your person thinks you're that person, or if your person would be totally baffled as to why you feel that way. You know, like, how bad could it be? You know? So, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Well, you know, that actually can mean a few things. Sometimes, you know, sort of like the children card, there are things that you grew up a certain way that was different from the person that you really care for, or perhaps there is, like, you know, that, like, this person here, you definitely see them with logic. So either this person is not, this is not the person that you have the tower moment to deal with, and there's religious factor, you know, you guys just see worldview just so freaking wrong, and that you're just constantly at each other's throats and you need to get out. Or this has something to do with this person. I think that you're a pretty logical person. Clearly you have a thing for swords here, and you see this person as pretty logical and stuff too. But maybe you're not sure. Maybe that's so important to you that maybe this person has some religious things that you're not 100% sure, you know, like it's going to be simpatico, and you're like, I don't know if that's like, you know, woohoo, you know, crazy town or something. I don't know. But I think, you know, if you know this person's pretty logical and you're attracted to them, you have romantic feelings, I mean, check it out, because this looks like it, nah, it can't be, you know, unless this is another person. And, but it could be that there is a part of you that questions to go through all this, and maybe, you know what? I know what this is. I know exactly what this is. Okay. All right. So your person, you know, it's all good. You don't like feeling this way about yourself. So you like to believe that this is a problem, but it's not. Because you know deep down this person is on the same page with you. And there you have your reading, Sagittarius, for how you're looking at summer in terms of your love life. And if you want to follow me over to Vimeo, I'm going to look at different oracle cards afterwards, and but get the story of your person, the person who you feel mostly connected to. Okay. All right. And if this is where we part ways, take care, and we'll talk next time.